Given the fact that SSI kind of has a little bit of a publicity problem, how can we get people not only within the space industry but outside of the space industry just aware of Space Studies Institute?
That's a really good question. How can we do that?
Well,
Maybe we can talk to people, maybe even on camera. Maybe nice people like you, Michael. Turn around and shake your face. And hey, this is a start. I mean, it wasn't planned. You saw me. You were saying, get me in here. And I'm like, you know, I'm new to the whole thing. But you've done a good job. You pulled me in here, got me to talk my face off. And it's just that. I mean, evangelist is the job title that I have, okay? But it really came upon me. I'm not a professional evangelist where I said, okay, you'll pay me enough and I'll act excited for you. This is just something that the more we put this information out, the more people who, like me, for years went by stupid or ignorant and stupid, not knowing. Once you see this stuff, it's hard to not be excited about it. So it's going to happen. But anything you can do, I'm going to look in the camera, anything you can do is go to ssi.org, look at the stuff, you find something interesting, show it to a geek friend. You know, aside from that, you know, give us a heck of a lot of money and we'll pull a Super Bowl ad.
As far as the work that you're doing, I mean, it's very important that you got to get this information out there and make it available for researchers and people who are working on whatever.
Or just interested people who don't know. You know, some geek who just likes, you know, I was talking to this guy who works at SpaceX now, but he's not a spacenik. Okay, he's just an embedded coder from Boston, and I talked to him like, you work at SpaceX, see, it's really like space and that. I'm like, I thought they only liked that. Yeah, I was in Boston, I was working on this, and now I'm going to the ISTC. But you see, he had the potential. He's a smart guy, so he's a geek, right? A hardware geek, but smart enough. So they spotted that he was, you know, that myth of we only hire space people. He wasn't one, but smart enough to catch the bug. So smart enough people, so if someone's into space and they see this thing and they go, you know, pump design is cool for this guy who likes this. He's kind of geeky, it's not really, he doesn't like space. But it's a way to bring him in, right? Earth is space. Earth is an itty-bitty thing in space. Everything is space. I know a lot of people here, this is a lot about rockets. O'Neill's really not about rockets. Right? Not rockets per se. Propulsion, yes, you know, but it's other stuff. Rockets are a part of it. But this is about living in space. We are living in space right now. Every single thing done, Earth is a microcosm of the O'Neill, now I'm talking that way, of the O'Neill, of the off-planet living, of the ability and the freedom to live off-planet, not on a planet. You know? Of making your own hab, drilling into an asteroid, whatever it takes to not be confined. Should you choose not to be confined to a planet's surface, you have the ability to go. And here's the stuff it takes to do that. But all the things up there in this magical picture from the 70s is some stuff that's here. You know, some guy was working on electric trains at Disneyland. That monorail can be used there. And they've already thought about this in SSI, these monorail things. So you see what I mean? There's a way in. How do we get them? Super Bowl ad. Yeah. I don't know. Everything is space. But it's always been that there's only a certain amount of people that get it. You know? Maybe we can get Kim Kardashian into space. You know, it'll help. You know, Justin Timberlake into space. It'll help for 5 minutes. You know? But hey, I don't know. Give me more ideas. My job is to get this information out. Your job is to find people who are interested in this information, okay? All O'Neill wanted, because he died. All he asked when he died, from what I talked to these people who have been, I mean, they live and breathe it, you know, and they know it. They knew the man. He said when he was dying, I said just keep space. It's a simple thing. Keep the Space Studies Institute alive and going until human beings have the choice to permanently live in space. And when Robin Snelson, the executive director, when she told me that, all of a sudden it was like, it made sense. It's like, well, that's doable. You know, by hell or high water, by hook or by crook, keep the Space Studies Institute alive and funding something until this happens. Is that doable? Yeah, I think that's doable. And getting this information out is just going to do more to help.